Yes, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. So actually you had to take your lesson tomorrow.
Yeah, right. I was confused actually because usually
Okay,
I had a class with you on Monday, so I was confused.
okay, no problem.
Yeah,
Hmm.
actually the I wanted to have a class tomorrow on Tuesday because today is Independence Day here in the
Mhm.
U.S. So I was supposed to meet my friend um, in the evening, so we could go to this fireworks.
Hmm.
The, the happened the held in near my apartment. So that's my plan. But yeah, the my my friend he changed his mind. So he stayed in the New York,
Hmm.
and yeah,
Okay,
our plan was changed. So I was confused actually.
okay, no
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
Because
So
actually in the morning, your morning and my evening, we discuss about taking the class on Wednesday, 9:30.
yeah, right.
No problem. I was not in a mood actually today. But actually I was not prepared. Then I got ready
Okay,
immediately.
I see.
Okay, no problem. Let's continue.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is today the 5th of July. Today, yes,
Yeah.
it's fifth. In your 4th of July.
Actually, 5th of July. The we just passed the
Okay,
midnight.
okay. It's midnight.
Yeah.
Yes, 5 minutes. Five
Yeah.
minutes past midnight.
Right.
Yes. Okay. Okay, so let's continue. What would you like to discuss today?
Today. Uh, yeah, I don't have a specific topic, but we can talk uh anything, any topic, or uh maybe for the following, future classes, we can discuss what kind of topics we can
Okay.
uh, talk.
So you just let me know actually. Now we have discussed a lot during our lessons
Yeah.
in the past.
Okay.
You had your lessons with me. So now actually, do you have any idea that how we should proceed further? That means you'd like to prepare for. So we can customize some topics for you or your interest.
Okay.
So do you have any idea or just you think about something like that? So we can have topics
uh
which may have your interest.
yeah. Actually, I have a few interests that I want to talk about. But maybe it'll be great to have some um, contents or materials that we can use sometimes when we don't have any material, right? Sometimes I have to prepare for my presentation and my class, but sometimes, yeah, sometimes I don't have any contents or material, right? So it'd be great to have some um, maybe picture book or some newspaper or some kind of uh, any topics. So we
Means you
can
want
we
to
can
speak.
choose.
So you want to speak more and more.
Right.
That's your means aim. You want to
Yeah,
speak more and more about anything.
right. And especially, I wanna improve my ability to describe something to make people understand. So, for example, I mean, yeah, showing some picture or figure or yeah, sometimes I have to explain
Mm-hmm.
what it looks and how it looks and how it works, something like that.
Okay.
And yeah, so yeah, I want to improve my uh, yeah ability or
Okay.
yeah
Okay.
English.
So should I take the picture from internet?
Okay,
What do you think? Should I?
sure. We can use maybe there are some several comics or
Mm-hmm.
there are some there is some pictures including some flow.
Okay.
S- yeah, yeah, I remember when I took a maybe the TOEFL test, they gave me some comics,
Mm-hmm.
so I had to explain what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, looking at
Okay.
the comics.
So I'm trying to find out something,
Okay.
a kind of picture or something. There are a lot of pictures actually, cartoons.
Okay.
It's it is something like that here.
Okay.
Yeah, can you see it?
Right, just a second. Yeah, I know. I haven't seen. Yeah, I have seen this
Yeah.
picture.
So, means are you comfortable with this to speak something on it, or should I find out something else?
Oh, okay, just a second.
Is it okay, or shall we take something?
Oh, just a second. I found it.
Okay,
Yeah, I found it.
okay. Just send it to me, please.
Okay. Okay. Oh, no. Just a second. Yeah, I have a links.
Okay.
I'm not sure if this picture includes whole story, but uh, I just
Okay. Okay.
picked the one picture
Okay.
randomly.
Okay.
So
Okay. Okay. No problem. Start.
yeah. Okay, so in the first picture, there are two persons talking each other,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, he wants to borrow a car
Mm-hmm.
from her,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like she already allowed him to use her car.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he yeah, how can I say? He expressed the gratefulness.
Actually, he's expressing his greetings, or what you should say. He's
Yeah,
expressing thank you.
yeah, expressing thank you to her, and so the times passed, and then in the next week, uh, yeah, it looks like he he is using her car without uh, without her permission,
Mm-hmm.
right? But yeah, even though he already got her permission
Mm-hmm.
last week,
Mm-hmm.
he had to uh, he had to uh, talk to her
Mm-hmm.
one more time to notify that he will use her car in this week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it looks like yeah. So that's why she was angry.
Mm-hmm.
So she was surprised that he's using her car without her permission. So in the next section, in the next uh, column,
It's different
uh,
actually.
sorry,
The next three pictures.
the next picture. In
Next
the
three
next,
pictures are different from. They are not relevant to the first three pictures.
right. What I'm talking about is the third picture.
Okay.
Third picture.
Mm-hmm.
So she was angry, and she said, "Yeah, he can't take her car whenever he wants it." So, um, yeah, there is some miscommunication between the two persons. She thought he will use once or twice
Mm-hmm.
when he got the permission, but he thought, yeah, he can use the car whenever he wants after getting her permission. Yeah, getting her permission. Yeah,
Okay.
so there is a conflict.
Okay. Can I speak it in my own words?
Sure, sure.
So it may help you little bit
Okay,
to you.
okay,
Actually, I have seen all these three pictures and I have read what is written there. And now I would like to explain it to you, the whole story of the incident.
okay.
Actually, they are two friends, a man and a woman, and they both are talking. And actually, that man is willing to borrow her
Hmm.
car.
Yeah,
And in the beginning, he asked her to lend him her
ask her
car.
to ask her to
Yeah, asked her to
yeah, yeah,
lend him her car.
lend
He is
him
willing
her
to
car.
borrow. Borrow means opposite is lend. Borrow,
Yeah,
lend. Borrow
right.
means I am giving you. Sorry, I am taking. Lend means you are giving. I am borrowing, you are lending.
Yeah, what I wrote is right, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Opposite is lend.
okay.
Yeah. So he asked her to lend him her
Hmm.
car, and she was happy to
Yeah.
help her friend.
Yeah.
And the next week, actually, when she saw him driving her car, she was very much surprised actually because she allowed him to use his car for once,
Yeah.
but he was still using
Right. Right.
his car, so she actually didn't like it at all.
Hmm.
It was very awkward for her. So she stopped him on the way and asked what he was doing there.
Could you say that again?
Yeah, he's on the way when actually she saw him driving her car.
Yeah. So after she
So
didn't like it at all, and then after that, what did he say?
she stopped him and asked.
Okay.
She stopped him and asked what he was doing there.
Hmm.
Then the man was also surprised
Okay.
and why she was asking that question.
Hmm.
And then he told her that of course she had allowed him
Hmm.
to use his car and that's why he had been using.
Yeah.
Yeah, but actually she got angry
You're right.
because actually her intention was to lend him car for once,
Yeah.
not
For
for all
once.
the time.
Right.
But he had been using that car for a long time.
Yeah.
So I think there was some miscommunication between them.
Right.
Actually, the that lady actually wanted to lend him that car for once,
Right.
but that man thought, or that man might be cunning, or
Man might be what? Cunning?
cunning, cunning.
Okay. So what did you say? Man might be cunning.
Cunning. Yes.
Okay. So is that what you think he meant?
The
I mean,
man was cunning actually.
yeah. So
He
at the
actually,
beginning,
the man actually had already known it that he was allowed to use her car for once,
right?
but he was actually taking the advantage of her kindness.
Yeah. Right. Right.
And he wanted to use it for a long time.
Yeah. So
And
she should
that was
he
not acceptable at all.
he should said he will use this car for a certain period of time, not
Yes,
once or twice.
yes.
But he asked her to, yeah, he's gonna use. I mean, yeah, he just asked her if he can use this car without saying the how long,
Mhm.
right? Yeah.
So that man was cunning actually,
Hmm.
and I think we all should be aware of such kind of friends, of fair weather friends.
Yeah.
You know, fair weather friends, it's a word, you might be knowing that word.
Oh no, I haven't heard about that. The fair weather friends. Okay. Is it kerning friends?
Means fair weather friends means they are your friend when they need something from you.
Okay. So a friend that uh,
They are not your real friend.
okay, not real friend. So
That's why they are means they are called fair weather friend.
so you
Means
mean
you have good time, they are always with you. But when you have bad time, they are not with you.
okay, got it. Fair weather friends.
But a
Okay.
friend in need is a friend indeed. It's a proverb in English.
Hmm.
A friend in need is a friend indeed. Is a friend. A friend in need is a friend in need. Do you
Okay.
understand the meaning?
Yeah, yeah, just a second. Friend in need is a friend indeed. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Right.
He is a
So
friend
a friend when my situation is not good, yeah, is a real friend, right?
and he helps you.
Yeah.
Friend indeed is a friend indeed. So we are actually, that story tells us,
Hmm.
or actually that story or that cartoon film or whatever it is, it teaches us to be aware of such kind of friends, fair weather friends.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's like that.
Yeah. Fair weather friend. Okay. How about the next
Yeah,
pictures?
yeah.
Next pictures. Okay. Let me read. Let me yeah look at the comics first.
Mm.
Okay. Actually, the next three pictures also, I think they are quite consistent with the previous three pictures because there is also some miscommunication, right? So one lady misunderstood what another lady said. So the one lady said she really liked the Fluffy Bunny's new song, and she just want to she means that she likes the song, but it isn't. Yeah, I mean she likes the song, but it doesn't mean that she wants to listen to the music while she is sleeping, right? So but another lady uh, thought she because she likes the music, the song, so she expect that the lady will like listening to the music anytime, like while she's sleeping. So in the middle of the night, the lady went to her her friend's room and turned on the radio, and uh, she wanted her friend to listen to the music, right? Because her friend said that she likes the music. And in the second picture, so the lady was surprised, yeah, while she was sleeping, and she was shocked. And in the last picture, yeah, that, I mean there was a miscommunication each other. So uh, that's it.
Yeah, actually, uh, both the cartoons, or both the stories, small stories, actually teach you something.
Yeah.
What they teach you, actually, you should be aware of
Hmm.
the people in your life or around you. They may be your friends, they may be your colleagues,
Hmm.
they may be your teachers, or whoever they may be.
Yeah.
But actually, the people should have common sense.
Yeah.
They
Right.
should use their common sense. Suppose I am playing a song and you like that song very much, and you praise that song. Oh, I like this song very much. I like it. But
Yeah.
it doesn't mean I have to play this song, or I should play this song while you are sleeping.
Hmm.
I must have that much common sense.
Right. Right.
Definitely, you may like anything, but doesn't mean you would like to see it or you would like to do it
Mm.
while sleeping.
Yeah.
Sleeping means you're sleeping because you need rest,
Right.
and that is not to be disturbed.
Yeah.
So
So we call those people who have lack of sense.
lack of common sense, you can
Yeah,
say.
lack of common sense. Yeah,
Because
I
it's
mean we.
common sense, everybody knows it.
Right, right.
If you are reading, if you are studying, I must not make a noise.
Mhm.
These are common sense.
Yeah, right.
Hmm.
So in the first three pictures, the common sense is that when someone borrows a precious thing like car, he has to ask the owner several times. I mean, every time he or she wants to use, yeah, they have to ask, yeah, the owner,
Hmm.
right?
Yes.
And in the next three pictures, uh, yeah, the people has to, uh,
Mhm.
how can I say? Yeah, they must not generalize, yeah, another people's intention, meaning. I mean, yeah, something like that.
Actually, the people like that man in the first three pictures.
Yeah,
We are just discussing the people like that man. They may be successful in what they want to do for time being,
yeah,
but they cannot be successful for a long time. They cannot keep their success with them for a long time. And they
what do you mean? What do you mean by for time being?
time being means for a short period.
For a time being?
Yes. Time being means for a short period.
Oh, okay. Like this, right?
Yeah. Time being means for a short time.
I see, I see. So, could you say that again? The successful.
Means they may be successful for time being.
Okay.
They may be successful for time being, but they cannot keep their success with them for a long time.
You mean those who are cunning, right?
Who are cunning, they think they are cunning, they are very smart, they are making others people fool.
Yeah, yeah.
But in fact, they are making themselves fool.
Right, right. Yeah.
Because if when you do something wrong with people,
Mhm.
you can hide it uh, from the people for some time,
Yeah,
but you cannot make people fool for a long time. When
yeah,
people come to know that you are stupid, you are cunning, you are making them fool, they keep distance from you.
yeah.
And when
But
they keep distance from you, you will be alone.
yeah, some people can be. Yeah, yeah. I mean, there are two types of person. I mean, in the pictures we just saw, some people might be unaware of her real meaning,
Hmm.
her real intention or, yeah, meaning, right? So they might be confused with what they heard, right? So they made a mistake. But some people are very cunning, so they just, yeah, make take yeah, try to take advantage of uh, lots of things, right? So yeah, they are cunning. Absolutely, yeah.
Actually, you must behave yourself.
Mhm.
As I told you earlier, behave yourself means you have to behave people in the same manner as you want to be behaved. Getting
Could you say that again?
me, you should behave people in a manner.
Behave people. Behave
behave
people.
behave
Behave people. Okay. I thought behave is it verb?
Yes, it's verb.
Okay, I mean I saw this one before, but
Behave yourself.
I haven't seen behave people or something. Behave them or behave
Behave,
him.
behave people. Yeah, you should behave people.
Oh really?
Behave yourself means the meaning is that you should behave people in the manner, in the same manner as you want to be behaved.
Okay, so behave in the same manner and what?
Behave myself. Behave people, not myself.
Behave people.
Behave people in the same manner
Uh-huh.
as you want to be behaved by them.
Behave by them.
As you want to be behaved.
Okay,
Okay, I write it here. I am writing it here. You should
okay.
behave people in the same manner and you want to be behaved.
Behave people. Okay. In the same manner as you want to be behaved by them. Okay, actually, yeah, it is first time, and I haven't seen uh, this kind, such a sentence. Maybe I always use like behave oneself or behave myself or behave yourself, but yeah, behave. So it looks like behave toward them, right? Behave toward people.
Yeah, behave means actually like I say, I behave people politely.
Okay, okay. Behave
I
people in the
behave
same manner as you
I
want to be.
behave people politely. Means I deal with them
Hmm.
politely, rudely,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this.
yeah. I got what your point.
Hmm. So we should behave people in the same manner as we want to be behaved by them. If
Hmm.
we respect them, we are respected.
Right, right.
If we actually don't, if we talk to them rudely, they talk to us rudely back.
Yeah,
So that's the thing.
yeah. Okay, then. Should I find another
Yeah,
pictures?
sure, sure.
Okay. Actually, there are not many, yeah, comics.
Okay.
Yeah, just a second. Right. So first three
Mm-hmm.
pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So where is breakfast? I didn't feel like cooking. Have some. My wife and it's your duty to cook for me. Now make me some eggs or there will be a holiday. Okay. It's quite an awkward situation. But in the first picture, the husband expressed thank you for the breakfast, and yeah, they look happy in the uh, breakfast, and in the next morning, uh, yeah, I don't know why, but the wife didn't make the breakfast, and wife just said, yeah, just the husband has to make a cereal. Yeah, the husband can have some cereal as a breakfast, and it looks like he was angry because yeah, uh, the her husband and his husband didn't serve the breakfast. And in the last picture, he was angry and he talked something about her duty, wife duty,
Mm-hmm.
and some yeah he said to her impolitely. Okay, so I think the uh, the lesson from these pictures might be something related to um, respectfulness. I think, right? So there is no such thing like duty between husband and wife. Yeah, definitely there are some duties, but uh, each person cannot require other person to serve or satisfy the duty. Uh, yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely they have to do something for each other, but they cannot uh, obligate or they cannot press each other,
But they
right?
cannot force actually. They
Yeah,
can
force,
force each other to fulfill
yeah, fulfill the duty,
duties.
right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So,
It can be
uh,
then it means their duties towards each other can be fulfilled amicably.
amicably,
Yes.
amicably. Okay, just a second. Amicably. Ah, okay, amicable. Favorably,
Yeah.
amicably.
Yeah. Actually, when the husband and wife they have a kind of relation
Mhm.
among them. That means they are devoted to each other and they have to understand each other's feelings. They have to take care of each other,
Mhm.
and they it is not to be taught actually that
Yeah,
what
right.
their duties are to be fulfilled towards each other. It is to
Mhm.
be understood. It is to be felt. It is to be realized. It
Yeah,
cannot be missed. They both cannot force each other
right.
to,
It'll be
to fulfill their duties towards other one.
yeah, trying to uh, I don't think it is not efficient to teach or force each other. Uh, yeah, as you said, yeah, they should know without teaching each other, right? And and by the way, what do you mean by um,
I tell you a story here, a
okay?
very small story. A very famous person in India was there. He was a very famous saint in India, and he was very much brilliant. And even he addressed uh, Parliament of USA.
What is Parliament of USA?
And it means Parliament means the
You mean he addressed some kind of statement in front of senior or
in front of all the leaders who sit in
okay
the uh,
Parliament in
Parliament. Yeah. So
okay
actually, he was Mr. Vivekanand. He was from India. He was very learned man. He died when he was 36 only, and
okay
but he was very intelligent. And even in US, a street name is there on his name.
okay. Is he was he a previous president or something?
No, he was nothing. He was nothing, but he was from India. He was very intelligent. He was able to speak on any topic in English or in Hindi. He was very much brilliant person, and he addressed US Parliament that time very long before, and the US, a street in US has been given his name. That
Oh,
street is
okay.
called that the Vivekananda Street.
But what did he do for the U.S.? I mean,
Uh,
at the time.
Yeah, actually he not for US. Actually, he did for human beings.
Oh, okay. So was
That
he a
I late.
politician?
Hmm? No,
Politician
he
or
was
something?
not politician. He was a preacher.
Preacher. Is he pastor or some religious people?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. He was very intelligent man. Actually,
Is he is
he's
he is he Gandhi?
no. He is not. He is not Gandhi.
Okay.
And that I'll tell you later about him. He was a very brilliant man.
Okay.
And so what was the topic? I forgot. What I
He
was.
might he, he might have a story.
Yes, I was. Yes. I wanted to tell you the story. Actually, he tried to explain
Okay.
the relation of a husband and wife.
Oh, I see.
That one day, actually, a man went to him
Hmm.
and asked him,
Okay.
that means what relation was good between husband and wife, and what what sort of relation it should have been between a
Okay.
wife and a husband.
Okay.
Then he asked him to sit down there. He sat down and he was sitting outside the room,
Okay.
and it was day. It was day, it was not dark at all. But he called his wife, she was inside. He called his wife and asked her to bring a lamp.
Okay.
In the olden days, there was no light actually. You know it. So
Yeah.
the people used to light the lamp during night.
Hmm.
So he asked his wife to bring a lamp, and it was day. Then that man who was sitting with that Vivekanand, he thought that what stupid thing he is doing. There was no dark, but he was asking his wife to bring a lamp in the day. Then
During the day or during the night?
during
During the night?
no, it was day.
Oh, okay.
It
But
was day.
why did he call her and ask her to bring the lamp?
Yes, that I am going to tell you. Have patience.
Okay.
Yeah. So that man was surprised that it was day, and he was asking his wife to bring a lamb. And he thought, he didn't understand anything, or he couldn't guess why he was asking his wife to bring a lamb during day. But
Okay.
his wife came out of the room with a lamp, and that
Okay.
was lighting. And
Okay.
then he asked his wife to keep the lamp there.
Okay.
She kept that lamp there and she went in. Then he asked the man whether he was able to understand anything. Then he said no. Then he told him that a husband and a wife, they should understand or they should know to respect the feelings of each other. Instead of me, there should not be any argument between
Yeah.
them. You see, it was day, but when I asked my wife to bring a lamb, she brought it. She didn't ask me why I was calling her with lamb.
Okay.
So that devotion should be there.
Okay.
Means if I ask my wife to do something, she should do it without asking any question.
Okay.
And if my wife asks me to do something, I have to do it without asking any question. So husband and wife should have that kind of relation.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Did you get the point?
Yeah.
Mean there
That's
should not be any argument.
yeah. But these days, in the modern period, I think yeah, each other usually asks them, each other
Yes,
why every time they ask someone to yeah do that.
yes, you are right.
Yeah.
I agree with you. This time
Yeah.
the
People.
people don't have that much patience, or
Yeah. Because they have
they don't have that much patience or devotion to each other.
yeah they have strong opinion each other. Yeah.
Then they may ask, why should I bring lamp in the day? Why are you asking me to bring the lamp? Why should I bring the lamp?
Yeah.
She will start quarreling even.
Right.
That she will ask you if you are stupid. Why are you asking me to bring me a lamp during day?
Yeah. Yeah. Always they have an argument each other.
Yes, they argue, and that's why they don't have love or affection among us, or among them actually.
Yeah, but because some people have uh, they don't rely on each other, so that's why people ask every time. Yeah, husband or wife asks asks something, right? If they have some relationship, strong relationship, and if they are relying on each other and trust each other, then yeah, they will not ask. Yeah,
They
the
should
reason.
have trust actually.
Yeah,
They should have trust.
yeah. In our country, people are divorced. I mean, very often these days, and the rate of divorce is getting higher and higher. And because, yeah, people have strong opinion, and they are they are they don't trust each other. Yeah, because I mean, even though the trivial or small thing can break the relationship, right? And after one small thing happens and the relationship is broken, then um, they don't trust each other, right? So that makes their marital relationship, yeah, worse and worse, right? So I think most important thing is making the relationship stronger and stronger, and uh, yeah, we have to try not to uh, make a mistake. Small mistake can break the relationship, right? Yeah,
Hmm. You are absolutely right. So
yeah,
it was a good discussion about uh, the relation between a husband and a wife. Well, so I would like you to prepare something before we have next lesson.
Okay.
So you should prepare some of the topics
Okay.
like the advantage of taking online classes
Okay.
or the disadvantage of taking online classes, or you can say the online classes and traditional classes.
Okay.
So compare all these two lessons. When a
Okay.
person who is taking online lessons, a person who is taking traditional classes, going to the class in his city or somewhere and
Okay.
coming back after taking. So, what are the advantages and disadvantages of it?
Okay.
So, just we should compare that. We should
Okay.
discuss that.
All right. In the next session.
Yeah. And one more thing. Uh, when you are tired,
Hmm.
that is my first topic.
Okay.
Online classes and traditional classes. Online classes versus traditional classes.
Okay.
We'll discuss just you read some of the topics about it or some of the points, tips,
Okay. Okay.
and the next is what did I tell you regarding?
Did you forget?
Yeah, I've forgotten. It was in my mind, but it slipped out. No, no problem. Uh, it happens sometimes. So no
Did you
problem.
say slim out? Sleep out?
Slip out, slip.
Sleep out. The memory still slips out.
Yeah, yeah. It slips
Okay.
out. It was in my mind or it was on my tongue. It was on my tongue, but it slips out.
Okay.
Yeah, it slips out.
I see.
I'll tell you some of the idioms in
Okay.
next topic. So please remind me. I'll tell
Okay.
you idioms.
Okay.
And these are very common, very good idioms. Like he
Okay.
cut a sorry figure.
Yeah.
I'll tell you such type of idioms. Like he
Sure.
cut a sorry figure. Me, he felt very nervous because he was no. Actually, he had no answer, or
Okay.
he was unable to answer, or
Okay.
he was speechless. You can say when he cut a sorry figure means he was ashamed of himself for some doing something bad or something wrong. And like that, I tell you more
Okay.
next time. So please remind me to tell you idioms.
All right. All right.
These are very important and that will develop your vocabulary also.
Yeah. Right.
So idioms we'll discuss that topic. Advantage and disadvantage of online and traditional classes.
Okay.
Okay.
And for the next session, actually, I will go to Chicago next week.
Mhm.
So, uh, yeah, I think I cannot make the next session in the next week.
Okay.
So, I would like to have the session uh, on Thursday or Wednesday instead.
Okay. On 13th.
On So now it is Tuesday, right? And Thursday. I will leave on Friday.
Mhm.
I mean, in this week. So uh, I can have a session on Thursday in your time, Friday.
Right.
So
8:30 or 9:30.
uh, when did you start today?
9:30.
9:30, then 8:30.
Okay.
8:30. Uh,
AM.
yeah,
And
Friday.
it would be 11 p.m. Thursday.
Right.
Your age,
Thursday. Yeah.
your is 11 p.m. Thursday,
Yeah. Right.
right?
Right.
So please keep it in your reminder.
Yeah. Sure.
I have already noted it down.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because I have several classes, every day, so I keep it in black and white.
Oh, okay.
It is also an idiom. I keep everything in black and white.
Oh, okay. I keep everything in black and white. Is it? I take a note, right?
Yes, this is also an idiom.
Writing something, right?
Yes, I keep everything in black and white.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Then see you on Thursday, right?
Your Thursday and my Friday.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All the best.
Yeah.
Ha-
Thank you so much.
Have a nice journey.
Yeah. Have a great day.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. See ya.
See you.